Welcome to the Daughters and Disciples podcast, where we help Christian college girls know their identity and authority as daughters of God and equip them to become true disciples of Jesus Christ.
Daughters and Disciples podcast. Daughters and Disciples podcast. You are daughter, disciple. Daughters and Disciples podcast. Daughters and Disciples podcast. Daughters and Disciples podcast. You are daughter, disciple. Daughters and Disciples podcast.
Daughters and Disciples podcast is the Daughters and Disciples podcast is the Daughters and Disciples podcast is the Daughters and Disciples podcast. Hey guys, welcome to the Daughters and Disciples podcast. This is one of your hosts, Justine, and y'all, we are at the grand finale episode of the Journey of Enjoying Jesus semester. Y'all, it has been such a beautiful journey of just one, for me, remembering my first love, like remembering what it was that drew me to Jesus, how I've enjoyed him in past seasons, exploring the invitations that Jesus has given me in this season of new ways to enjoy him. And it's just been such a delight getting to interview people and hear about how they enjoy our King. And I just really pray that you have been encouraged throughout this semester. And if you haven't watched all of the episodes and all of the interviews that we did, I really encourage you to do so, because there were just so many beautiful gems that were dropped throughout this semester that really are for the purpose of encouraging people to truly enjoy Jesus as they walk with him and follow him throughout this life. And so we have a special, I guess I can't necessarily call them interviews, but for our last final interview, we have some of our local college girls here in New Orleans that follow the Daughters and Disciples podcast, and they are going to share with us how they personally enjoy Jesus and just whatever else he placed on their hearts. So I hope you enjoy.
Hi guys, my name is Layla Lawrence, and I'm a sophomore at Tulane University studying public health and psychology. Some of my favorite ways to spend time with God are to sit outside and just enjoy nature, and honestly just not do anything outside, just sit there and just enjoy his creation and the weather. Sometimes I'll also draw outside as well, but really just sit there. I also love to sing and dance to the Lord as well, just out of joy and gratitude for what he's done for me. So often I'll do my chores in my dorm and clean up and stuff while singing, or shower and sing as well. These practices make me feel really close to God, and it reminds me to really just be still and enjoy his presence and rejoice in him. Thank y'all.
Hi, my name is Pilar, and I'm a senior finance major at Loyola University, New Orleans. And one of the ways that I truly enjoy Jesus is in the secret place with him. In the beginning of this year, maybe end of last year, I really just had a new hunger for the Lord like I never had before. And I know the Lord responds to hunger. And I was just Lord, I just want to grow, I just want to have a more intimate relationship with you. I just want to know you in a deeper way. And I also want you to receive more of me as well. So I kind of had to create the discipline to really just sit in silence with him and read the word, really just hear what he's trying to tell me. And at first it was kind of hard. It really is hard sitting in silence sometimes because we have so many distractions. We're going to class, we have all these things going on. But the secret place is literally so important. And I've been doing it for probably a month and a half. I've really been intentional about my intimate time with the Lord. And I've seen the Lord show up and show out. He's always been good, but I've seen it in a different way, y'all. He's really just shown up and just continuously has poured into me like he's never had before. It's almost I've had a increased awareness around me, just as I go out into life. And the secret place doesn't necessarily have to be a physical place. Of course it can be in your room, it can be at your desk, in your bed, whatever. But the Lord meets you where you're at. We're college students, we're busy, we have class, we have extracurriculars, we have sports, internships, jobs, all these things going on. Our lives are busy, but the Lord is gracious, he's kind, and he wants to spend time with you. And I just started to also invite the Lord just into everything, into my gym sessions, into my class. I'll pray before I go to class. when I'm at the coffee shop, literally whatever, when I'm in the car, the Lord has met me in all of the above, and he's so gracious and he's so kind, like I said. And he understands more than we even understand. You know, his ways are higher than our ways, his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. He knows us better than we know ourselves, and he knows, you know, if you don't know, if nobody else knows, God knows. So and that time in the secret place is a time for him to be able to really pour into you. It's your overflow that you're able to go out into the world and also like outpour it onto other people and do what you're called to do as a follower of Jesus. And that's something that I had to learn, like a discipline that I had to build up. But it was a discipline that really turned into a love and like something I didn't want to like not start my day without. And like I said, I've just been able to see the fruit of it. And like the Lord really responds to hunger. And like if you're seeking wisdom, wisdom will find you for sure, as it says in Proverbs. But the Lord is gracious, the Lord is kind. Like I said, he'll meet you where you're at. And it's like, I understand it could be hard, you know, we have a lot going on, but I just want to encourage you that like that time spent in the secret place is like no other. It's really a time where you can give more of yourself to the Lord. You can also receive more of the Lord. You can understand how he speaks. You understand, you know, how his character is, and it's just better to go into your day, you know, and just into your life in general. Lord can just deposit certain things into you, like he's never had before. That's what happened to me. So yeah, it's just been like a crazy experience for me, and it's really been amazing. So yes, I pray you all have a great rest of your semester, and may the Lord continue to bless you. So much love.
Hi Lord, hi, hello, I'm Tatum. This is my clip on how I enjoy Jesus. So recently, I really have been enjoying Jesus by just resting in him. Life is so chaotic. Like, you know, you have a job, you do ministry, leadership, not to mention actual personal things like family, events, doing chores, just regular mundane life things that are chaotic. Just to know that I have all of those things and that I can rest in who he is truly such a blessing and such a privilege and honor to be able to know him. And he is considering me around clock all the time. So the least I could do is consider him. And I find such joy in considering him. And to consider is like basically to exalt. You know, I consider, there's motorcycles outside. Thank you, Jesus. But like there's joy in considering him and just exalting him, because he, this past week, has reminded me that I was a soul that was valuable. And I heard a pastor say this one time, every soul, one soul is more valuable than gaining the entire world. One soul is more valuable than gaining the entire world. And it really stuck with me because it reminds me like, wow, Jesus, you think of me this way. This one soul is valuable, more valuable than the entire world. And that is considering him. Just remembering that he is so good. He wants me just as much as I am craving him. And that is how I find rest in him. And it is truly such a joy and a passion.
Hello, my name is Ellie. I am 20 years old and I currently attend the University of New Orleans. I am majoring in secondary education, and I enjoy Jesus by spending each day of my life with him and include him in everything that I do. So I love to wake up every morning, and before I do anything else, I love to get a good prayer in and spend time with the Lord there. As I'm on my way to work or school, I put a worship song on and spend time with the Lord there. Whenever I get out of school, sometimes I love to go to a coffee shop and read my word and spend time with him there. And if I'm very busy, I love to go into my car for 5 minutes and just pause and just come to him. I love coming to the Lord. If I have any questions, if I'm having a stressful day, if I just want to talk to anyone about anything, I'll come to the Lord and talk to him about anything, and he will listen. I was always the type of person to feel like I was always lonely and never had anyone to hang out with. So as I was coming to Christ, he slowly showed me how I can spend each minute of my life with him, how much he loves me and how much he loves to hang out with me. And I just want to encourage any girl right now who's watching this, that if you're feeling lonely or feel like you have no one to hang out with, just remember that the Lord is there and he's your friend. If you want to talk to him about anything, literally anything, he's there and he wants to have that conversation with you. He wants to have that coffee with you. He wants to do every single activity that you do and spend that time with you because he loves you. So if you feel like you don't have anyone else, just know that the Lord is there and that he loves you.
Thank you to all of our ladies that shared just their hearts about how they have been enjoying Jesus. And again, I pray that you have been encouraged as you listen to these episodes to figure out how you enjoy Jesus, or to revisit those moments and those ways that you've really felt the presence of God and just enjoyed your King. And so thank you so much for just tuning in this entire semester. And I'm just excited to see where God will lead Daughters and Disciples podcast and just ministries next. There's really no telling. So just stay tuned. We'll keep in touch and make sure to communicate any updates from our end. But y'all, we finished out our spring semester and it has been a good one. So we love you guys so much, and we'll have to check back in soon.